Let us start. Hope it's audible. Right. Right. So yesterday we have created one stored procedure in the HANA database, and we have on top of that stored procedure, we have created one database procedure proxy, and then we have consumed that particular what database procedure proxy from our ABAP report. Okay. So let us open that particular procedure here. So as I told you, content will contain design time object and catalog will contain what? Runtime object. So if you go to the catalog section, our procedure whatever we have created, it is available in the sys underscore big package. Okay, so let me go to sys underscore big package. Okay, so in this sys underscore not package, I'm sorry, schema, sys underscore big schema under the procedure section. Yeah, this is the procedure we have created yesterday. Get underscore employee underscore department, which is part of which package? Z Junsoft package. So if I double click on this, right? So this is the package. So let me collect this information. Junsoft package is a package and sys underscore big is a schema. Get underscore employee department is the name of the stored procedure. Right, this is the entire procedure. Okay, so we know how to test it from SQL console. Okay, it is a predefined schema where all the stored procedures has to be stored, then only we can consume it outside HANA database. Right, so here let me go to SQL console. See, there are many schemas here. There are many schemas here. Understood. So if you want to know, yeah, if you want to expose it from ABAP reports, yes, this is the only schema we get. So if you want to know the information related to these schemas, just open the standard documentation. You can just go through that. But what you can understand now is what are the stored procedures you have to create. Since we need to consume it outside our database, you must store it in what? Sys underscore big schema. And each schema, other schema is also available. Okay, other schemas are for other purposes. So if you want to know the information about that, just go to the documentation. Yeah, I'm preparing the notes on that. I'll share that notes in another 3 4 days. Okay, right. So now let me go to the SQL console. So how do we call this procedure? Call so and so. Okay, so just try to understand. Call so and so when okay, it has got one parameter output parameter. So I need to bound it. So I'm giving a placeholder here. When I execute this, when I say F8, I got the result. I got the result. Now I'll do a small change. The change I'll do is let me go back to the console. Yeah, here the change I'll do is here while calling this particular procedure, I'll use an addition with overview. Okay, try to understand. Earlier, so far, when you are calling the procedure, just you are saying call so and so, it will immediately give the result for us. It will immediately give the result for that. Now here, I am saying call so and so with overview. So let me execute this. I'll execute this. When I say F8, done. So you can see here the statement is successfully executed without any errors, and you can see it is not populating the data. Instead, the result of that particular procedure, it is going to return me the output internal table. The result of that particular the return type of that particular procedure is captured in a local temporary table. So already we have seen global temporary table and what local temporary table. So it has created one local temporary table. This is a table dynamically it has created. Okay. So why we require this one is when I am consuming it from ABAP report through ADBC, I'll be using this. Okay. Okay, so with overview, what it will do, it will not populate the data. Instead, the data would be captured in a local temporary table. So this is the table. So if I double click on this, okay, if I double click on this, yeah, let me make a note of this. Okay, now what I'll do with this is, let me go back to my SQL console. Here I'll say select star from so and so. Okay, this is a local what temporary table. Already we know the lifetime of this local temporary table is only within that particular session. So when I execute this, when I say F8 now, now I got the result. From where the result got populated from the local internal local temporary table. So generally we don't use it in the SQL console, but why I'm discussing this next thing is I'm going to consume it from what ABAP report using ADBC. In that case, I need to use this option. So what this option will do, it will not immediately populate the data. Instead, the data would be captured in the local temporary table. Okay, whenever you want, you can give a query on the particular local temporary table. I got the result here. So keeping this option in mind, let us consume the same procedure in our ADBC, in our ABAP report using ADBC. Okay, so 1 second. Done. Okay, so I've collected all the details. Done. Okay, so let me open what our ABAP system, ABAP editor. So I'll keep this as it is. SAP log on. I can log in through what HANA Studio, or I can log in through what GUI. Okay, I'm just logging through GUI. Provide the required credentials. So what is the requirement now? Consume this particular stored procedure in ABAP report through ADBC. Yesterday we have consumed in ABAP report by creating what? Database procedure proxy, and we are referring to that proxy in our ABAP report. Now if you are using ADBC, you don't require proxy. You don't require proxy. Directly I can consume the stored procedure through ADBC framework. Okay. As part of that framework, already I have discussed, there are some predefined classes CL underscore SQL underscore connection, CL underscore SQL underscore statement, CL underscore SQL underscore result underscore set. Okay, those are the predefined classes that we need to use. So already we have seen one example on that. Now let me connect to the system. Hope everyone has practiced. Samir, I saw your mail. Is the issue is rectified? I have shared the recording also. Please go through the recording, then you'll understand where you have done the mistake. Okay. It's taking time. 1 second.
Sridhar, Praveen.
Yeah, Praveen, tell me.
Yeah. So in a real time environment, like, so do we not create any procedures on the catalog folder? We always do only in the content folder.
Yeah, as long as you want to do it only through HANA database, I can directly create in catalog. Understood now? But if you want to expose it outside HANA database, we'll go by yesterday's procedure.
Yeah, but as long as we do it in catalog folder, it will only be like, local to that folder, right? We
Yeah,
can't expose it to any other system, right? It's
yeah,
just like practice purposes.
yeah.
It looks like, yeah.
Local to HANA database.
So, but the purpose is usually like it should be exposed to the
Out.
BW or
Correct,
to ABAP,
correct.
right?
Yes, yes. So yesterday's
So
procedure
which
only
means
got followed.
that it should be, yeah. Oh, okay. So it should be in the content.
Correct, yeah, correct. Yeah, so I'm opening this SC38. Yesterday you asked one question. I forgot. What is that question you asked, Praveen, at the end of the session?
Uh, yeah. So in HANA Studio, like how do we, use that, call function and then, methods and all that by,
Acha, acha. Okay, okay. Hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
so here I logged into this SAP system through GUI, na? So instead of logging through GUI, let me in the ANA Studio only. Let me go to this. Yeah, I'm in the ABAP perspective now. Okay, so let me try to connect to the application server. Yeah, it is connected now. Now. Let me try to develop a simple program. Right click on the local object, new ABAP program. I'll give the name of the program as something Z test PRG100 something test Z test PRG100 done. So it will create one executable program done. So here what I have to do, I can write the ABAP code. So my requirement is to call the function model. So generally, if you take our what SAP system logged in through GUI, so here if you see Z test PRG 101, I'll say here. Let me try to create executable program. I'll say it to the local object. So here we have the facility to use pattern. I can use the pattern. I can say call function methods, whatever it is. Okay. So in HANA Studio, as I told you, this SAP GUI is going to be deprecated going forward. Every development activity has to be done through what HANA Studio only. So how do we use this functionality here means we don't have pattern here. We don't have directly pattern, but we can implement the functionality of pattern. So what is my requirement? I want to call a function model. So here I can directly use pattern. I can provide the function model name. But here it is slightly different. What I'll say is you have to use the smart help. Okay. I'll say call. Okay. When I'm typing, you can see I'm getting that call function. Call function. I'll say control space. Okay. Sorry. Call function. Okay, call. I'm using the tab. I got that. Now I want to call a function model, a simple function model like pop up to inform. Okay, so let me try to type that. When I'm typing that, yeah. Okay, so see here, I'm typing P here. I want the smart help to be flashed. Okay, so what I'll do here, after typing P, I'll say control space. When I say control space, you can see it is showing me all the function models starting with P. So let me say pop POP is it showing me pop up, yeah, pop up underscore to underscore, yeah, inform. Okay, I got it. Okay, pop up to inform. Now I want to generate the signature automatically. So I'll say what shift enter. Okay, control space is to flash the smart help. Now I'll say shift enter. hold the shift key and press enter. Yeah, I got it. Something like this. Okay. So
Yeah, yes, either got, yeah.
everything is possible, but we need to spend time on that. Done. So let me just close this. Right, I'll go back to this our normal this thing. So what is my agenda here? I want to develop an ADBC example to consume that particular stored procedure. Okay. So let me quickly open my previous example. Z ADBC star, which we have discussed day before yesterday, I believe, or before that. When I say F4, yeah, I think yeah, this only. Z ADBC underscore access underscore table underscore what data. Let me display. Yeah, this is the example we have discussed. What we have done in this example is simply we are executing one select query to get the data from what KN1 table. So what is the process we followed here? We have first step is already I give the detailed step, go through that. First you have to what get the connection object, then you have to instantiate the statement object, then you have to what execute the query, okay, assign the target variable, then you have to retrieve the result set, then close the query and then populate the data. Done. Same thing I have to do now, same thing I have to do. So if you remembered in the last whenever I discussed ADBC, I told that whenever we are executing the what select statements, we use what is the method we use? Execute underscore query. And whenever we are executing the stored procedure, we use a method called as execute underscore procedure. Okay, let me go to class builder. So in the class builder, if you open the class CL underscore SQL underscore statement. Yeah. In this particular class, CL underscore SQL underscore statement. Yeah. So here for select query, we use the execute query. For what DML operation, we use the execute update. And for DDL, we use the execute DDL. Now, for stored procedure, what is the method how to use? Execute underscore execute underscore procedure. But what I will do is, I will not use execute underscore procedure for the timing. I want to use still what? Execute underscore query only. I can use execute underscore procedure only when the stored procedure is not returning any internal tables as return parameters. I repeat once again, we can use the method execute underscore procedure only when the stored procedure is not returning any return parameters of type what internal tables. If it is returning the normal data types, individual data types, then we can use it. But in our case, our procedure is having what? One output parameter which is of referring to a database table. Okay. So since it is returning an internal table type, I cannot use execute underscore procedure. So what I'll do for the timing is let me go for execute underscore query. Then later on, we will try to use what? Execute underscore procedure for different procedure. Okay. So I'll go for what? Execute underscore query, but this is dedicated only for what? Our select query. Okay. So just now I told you what I'll do now is I'll use this statement, okay, with the overview. What this will do, this statement will return the output of our stored procedure into a internal table. Then I'll give a query on that particular internal table. So I need to capture that dynamically created local internal table. Dynamically I need to capture. Then I need to issue a select statement on that. So let's follow how to do this. Okay. So same thing, if you have practiced the earlier thing, it would be easy to understand. So I'll try to follow the same thing here. Okay, done. I'll do one thing, I'll just I'll make a copy of this. Z ADBC underscore access underscore table underscore data. Let me copy to Z under ADBC underscore consume underscore what procedure, consume underscore procedure, copy. Yeah. So here first step is what? Establish the database connection to what? HANA database. Done. We have established. Okay. Same thing. Then we need to instantiate what? Statement object. Okay, we have instantiated the statement object, same thing. Okay, then we need to construct the SQL query. Yeah, this is important. Now what I'll do now is, this is not the select query now, so what I have to do now, lv underscore sql is equal to, okay, the query that I need to execute now is, let me make a copy of this. I'll go back to this, I'll just copy this as it is. Control C. Yeah, I'm enclosing there. Call, same thing, call our schema dot package slash our procedure name. Here question mark, I can use question mark, or I can also use something called a null with overview. Done. With overview. Done. Okay, done. Okay, so what this will do, it will return the internal table. Done. So let me just execute the query. Acha, this is important now. Okay, earlier I went for this KN1. Now I have to say, see the technique here. Okay, so what this statement will do, I know that when I execute this statement, it will return me a dynamically created internal table. Okay, so what I'll do now is, let me go for declaring one types declaration. Here I'll say types, begin of what? Begin of something, ty underscore overview. You can give any name. So okay, 1 second please. Let me execute this once again here. When I say f8, okay, it got executed. Let me execute this. What happened? 1 second please. Hello. Yeah. Okay, I'll call you back. 1 second, I'm unable to execute this. I'm not getting the data. Okay. Yeah, done. Yeah, variable and table. So you can see here, when I execute this, it is returning me. Yeah, this is important. It is returning me two columns. It is returning me two columns, variable and table, it seems. So this is also of type string. This is also of type what? String. Try to understand the technique. Okay, say I'm already having the program, I can directly do copy paste, but try to understand. On executing this, it is returning me two what, parameters. What is that? One parameter is holding for the variable name, another parameter is holding the variable value. Okay, keeping this in mind, I'll say ty underscore view. Let me declare two fields in this. I'll say parameter type string. What else? Value type string. Parameter type string, value type string. Then I'll say end of what? Ty underscore overview. Done. Then I'll say data t underscore overview, type table of ty underscore overview. I may require work area, so I'll say w underscore overview, type ty underscore overview. Done. So I declare our internal table and what? Work area. Now I declare this. Yeah, get reference of. Yeah, this is important now. Get reference of what? What is the internal table I declare? T underscore, not kn1. Get reference of t underscore overview into that o underscore data, which is of type what? Ref to data. Done. Then the next step is what? Execute the query. Yeah, I declare that I'm executing the query. Done. Okay. SQL exception I'll get. Okay. Okay, let us construct it. Otherwise, shall I take that? Not required. Others, just leave it. Okay. Or else if you want you can do that. Already I declared one exception variable. Now what is that? O underscore SQL underscore execution. Okay, so here I'll say into, already we know all these techniques, into what? O underscore SQL underscore what? exec. I'm trying to capture that exception message. Then did I declare any string variable? Yes, lv underscore msg is there. So I'll say lv underscore msg is equal to what? O underscore O underscore SQL underscore execution. Already we know we have some methods like get text, if underscore message of get text, if underscore message of get text. Done. I'll get that particular message here. Okay, done. Then what I'll do here, I'll say message lv underscore msg type what? I. Okay, information message and parameter. Okay, that's fine. You can capture here also. Then what is the next step I need to do? I need to assign target variable for result set. Done. Call method over result set param table. Same thing. Yes, everything is same. Done. Then you have to retrieve the result set. Call method next package. Done. Same invalid type. Done. Then you have to close the query. Okay, if t underscore can be not initial. Okay, here I'll say if t underscore overview is not initial, I'll say loop at t underscore overview into my work area w underscore overview. Done. I declare two fields in that. One is w underscore overview hyphen param. I'll explain that. It is very easy. W underscore overview hyphen what is the other field I declared? Value. Done. And I don't require this field. That's it. End loop. And also what? End if. Is it fine? Yes. No data. Done. Done. Okay. Chalo. So let me execute up to this part. Let me check what I'll get. No syntax error. Done. When I execute, good. Yeah. Done. So what I got here? iTab, and what is the value? Something it is written. SAP ABAP 1 dot iTab underscore so and so so and so so and so. Okay, done. Same kind of result I got. Okay, here I got something HANA dot so and so. Here I got what? What? SAP dot so and so. Fine. Now what I have to do? This is a table. So here what I did here, after receiving this one, we are querying based on this. What I did, then later on select star from so and so. Here also I need to use what now? Select star from this one. So I need to dynamically read this. Done. Okay, so see this up to this is fine. Now I have to say I need to construct one more select query. Yeah, I'll say now read table. I'll debug later on. Read table t underscore overview into w underscore overview. So anyhow it will return only one value. So I'll say what? Index one. Read table t underscore overview into w underscore view index one, or directly I'll say what is the parameter name I gave? I got itab there. So with the key, anyhow our procedure output parameter is what? Itab only. With the key param is equal to what? Itab. Okay, then I'll say if size of r is equal to 0, let me clear that string variable, clear lv underscore SQL. Now I'll say lv underscore SQL is equal to what I have to say here. I have to say select star from where is the dynamically created temporary interval is there inside this w underscore overview hyphen value. W underscore overview hyphen value in this particular field. So I'll say I need to construct it dynamically. Select star from, okay, I'll use this, I'll say ampersand, okay, W underscore overview hyphen what value, done, okay, sure. So this is another select query. Same pattern I'm using. Okay, now I'm using the select string on the dynamically created internal table. Done. Then as usual, I need to what uh, execute the same thing again. O underscore result. Everything has to be same. Yeah. Shall I directly copy that? Yeah, I'll just copy this again. Control C because I need to execute that query now. So here I'll say call try o underscore SQL of execute query. O underscore SQL of execute query statement is what LV underscore SQL. It returns object of what result set. Done. Up to this is fine. Now I'll say okay. Now I require what final internal table. Okay, so I need to declare that also now. Now I'll say okay. What is the return type of my procedure? Out I tab, it is referring to our table. It is referring to our table which has got how many fields? Three fields. So if you open that, what is the table we created yesterday? Something, what is that? Gensoft EMP department. If you see the definition of this, it has got three columns, I think. EMP ID, ename, depart number. EMP ID is integer, ename is string, and department is what? Integer. Done. So keeping this definition in mind, I'll declare one internal table here. Here I'll say begin of ty underscore itab. I'll declare some three fields. Employee ID type I. Then I'll take employee name of something 25 type C. Then I'll take another field what? Department number type I. Done. And I'll take another field end of what? I'll close this. Then I'll declare an internal table. T underscore ita type table of ty underscore itab. See, my suggestion is don't look at this program directly. Go through that steps what I give, some 8 steps I give. For any ADBC requirement, the process is same. W underscore itab type ty underscore itab. Yes. Now I have to say what I need to get the reference now. Get the reference of what T underscore itab to so and so. So I'll say yeah, let me copy this. Where is it? Yeah. Now I have to get reference of T underscore itab into what O underscore data. Okay, done. And then I have to call again that set param table. Where is that set param table? Earlier I called here. Same thing I need to call now. Yeah, same thing. Two statements are executing one after the other. So same process I need to follow. Yeah. Assign target result set. So set param table O underscore data. Done. And then I need to retrieve the result set again. So I have to call a method next package. So after this, done. Retrieve the result set now. Next package done. After this, the last statement would be what? Close the query. Close the query. Where is that? Closing the query. This. Close the query. Fine. then I'll get the data into that particular internal table. So I'll say loop at t underscore itab into w underscore itab. Then I'll try to print it, right? W underscore itab hyphen, what are the fields I declared? EMP then W underscore itab hyphen ename, then W underscore itab hyphen department number, and then also what? End load. Yeah, this should work now. Yeah, this should work. Let me check, save it, check it. Oh, incorrect nesting. The control structure into the if must be closed by end if. Where is that? Okay. If size of bars is equal to 0, and if save it, check it, no errors, done. Let me execute this. Good. I got the data. Dynamically returned internal table. Instead of the internal table, I'll say temporary internal table. Okay, so this is dynamically returned. Then I got the final data. Okay, so simple thing. If you understand this process, then understanding that will be very easy. Okay, if I directly execute this, it will return me the result. But instead, what I did here, I used the option what with overview. What this will do, it will dynamically create one local, means I'm not physically creating that. This execution will dynamically create what? One local temporary table and stores the data in that. If you want to get the data, okay, just select start from the dynamically created temporary table. Here also what I did, okay, we are following the same ADVC framework step. What is the first step we have to do? We have to establish the connection. Since I'm not giving any connection parameters, it will connect to our default database, which is configured, which is nothing but what here HANA database. So I may get the connection object. Then we need to instantiate the statement object based on the connection object. Then we have instantiated. Then what is the query I'm trying to execute now here? Call so and so with overview. So what this with overview will do? It will return one dynamically created table. Okay, so that reference we are received. Once again, it got stuck. Once again, it got stuck. Just hold on, please. So I know, how do I know this structure, that I have to take two fields in this? No one will tell us. On understanding this execution, I came to know that it is telling me what two things. One is the one field is holding the variable name, another field is holding the variable value. So keeping both are about string type. So keeping that in mind, I declared one internal table with two fields. Both are of type what? String. Okay, then we are getting the reference of that, and then we are constructing the select query. Okay, meanwhile let it come. It got altered. Yeah, meanwhile, if you have any doubts, please ask me.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, yeah, tell me.
Hello. Sir, how to upload the Excel file and the download file into the application server? Is it the same procedure in ABAP or it is
Same
little bit
procedure.
different?
Same procedure. Same procedure. I can develop any kind of ABAP report in HANA Studio also, no? Same thing. Just call that function model GUI upload, GUI download, and interact with the files.
Okay. Okay.
No, why you got that question? Hmm? We are discussing this part. Don't think of our ABAP. Forget about ABAP now. We should focus on what? HANA related topics now. Okay. I cannot say exactly GUID Surendra because the GUID na it would be in what format? It would be in what hexadecimal format. Is it the same thing? Yeah, it is. Yes, the digits are from A to 9 and A to F. You can interpret like that, but I cannot say exactly GUID. Yeah, this value would be dynamically generated, so we don't any control on that. So in case of GUID also, the value would be dynamically generated. Yeah, it is almost kind of same thing. Yeah, let me debug this now. So just here, this is a program. I'll just put the breakpoints here. First, I'll put the breakpoint in the connection object here. I'll put the breakpoint here. Schemas can be seen only through HANA Studio, Surendra. Yeah, I'm just getting the connection object. Yeah, I got the connection object here. I got the connection object means successfully connected to HANA database. That is the meaning. Then I'm trying to instantiate the statement object on top of that connection object. Yes, successfully instantiated. Then this is my SQL query as of now. Call so and so done. Then this is a way to link two variables. Get the reference of t underscore overview into o underscore data. What this statement will do, it will establish a pointer link between these two. Okay, so any changes made to one variable will automatically reflect what other variable. Okay, so you can see now, observe here, since I got the reference of t underscore into o underscore data. T underscore is the internal table. Now what kind of internal? Standard internal table which has got two fields. Okay, so it is constructing that structure here. Then we are executing the SQL query. Okay, and that reference will be returned to o underscore result. Yes, I got the object about CL underscore SQL underscore result set. Then you can see assign target variable for what? Result set. Okay, O underscore result set parameter table O underscore data. Okay, so if you see here, we have O underscore data and we have T underscore overview also. Okay, O underscore data and T underscore overview. So when I'm setting this parameter table to this O underscore data, okay, can I see the content now? Yeah, you can see it has got the content something like this here. Done. Fi. I'm reading the actual result set now. Yeah, I can see both the entries. Now I got the content. Earlier only the structure is there. Now I got the content here. T underscore view, I tab and what, so and so. Okay. So actually we are reading through what? O underscore result of next pipe will populate the data into O underscore data. The moment the data is populated to O underscore data, it will also populate to the reference variable. What is the reference variable here? T underscore overview. Now this statement has to be dynamically executed. So I need to read this. What is the parameter name here? I tab. So that's what I did here. If t underscore is not initial, then I'm just displaying it for our reference. Yes, got displayed. Then I'm reading that into my work area. So w underscore overview hyphen value. This will contain the dynamically stored internal table. If size of bar is equal to 0, I'm constructing the SQL query now again. Yeah, the rest of the process same. Again, same process. We are linking what? T underscore I tab into what? O underscore data. The link is broken between T underscore ORU and O underscore data. Link is established between T underscore I tab and O underscore data. Done. Done. The rest of the part is simple. I got the result. So the main thing is you need to understand these two steps. Okay. Now, quickly what I'll do is, okay, let me close everything here. This part we understood. I want to modify my procedure. I want to modify my procedure. What is the modification I want to do is, as of now, my procedure is having only the output parameter. Okay, now I want to change the signature of my procedure. Means I want to take one input parameter. Okay, I want to take one input parameter, and based on that input parameter I need to execute the select query. So Gensoft EMP department now. So if you see the definition of this table, it has got one field here, department number. So let me give the input number as what? Department number, which is a what type here? Integer. So I cannot directly do the changes in the catalog. See here, from the catalog, okay, from the catalog, if you go to that particular schema sys underscore big, if you double click that procedure once again, okay, this is the procedure. It is showing it here. I am trying to edit here, it will not allow because this is a runtime object. Runtime object will be available in the catalog. Runtime object will be available in the catalog. So if you want to do the changes, okay, go to this repositories. Let me try to go to our package. What is our package? Gensa package. In this only we have a procedure. This is a design time object. Design time object. So when I double click on this, it will open that right hand side. Yeah, this is my design time object where I can do the changes. Okay, I can do the changes here. So what I'll do now, I want to modify the signature. So here I'll say what in I'll say what v underscore something department number, okay, of type what? I. Okay, v underscore department number of type what? I. Done. Okay, v underscore department is the input parameter. Now in the select query I'll say where department number is equal to what? Equal to what? V underscore department number. Let me save it. Control S. Okay, let me do the syntax check. No oh, I got error boss. Why? Invalid table type. What is the issue here?
The semicolon in front of v underscore department number zero.
But it is showing the error there now. Let me check. Save it. Check it. No. Invalid table. Cannot find the table gensoft sql.i. Okay. It is not requiring. Acha, acha, acha. Okay, okay. This is HANA database na. Sorry. In our ABAP we'll say type I na. I think there is an issue. Save it. Check it. Done. No errors. Am I clear to everyone? It is not recognizing the I. Our ABAP data type is I. Let me activate this. Done. It is successfully activated. Okay. So already one database proxy is available for that. Now let me navigate to my database proxy. Okay. So where it is available? In your ADT, ABAP development tool. We call it as what? ADT, ABAP development tool. So I need to shift to what? ABAP perspective. Okay. I'll shift to ABAP perspective. Done. Now let me try to right click on this. I'll say refresh. Okay, now I'll where I can see my database proxy here under this local object. Okay, under this dictionary we have database procedure proxies. Yeah, what is our procedure proxy? Yesterday we have that z get underscore employee underscore department underscore proxy. Let me double click on this. Done. Good, good, good. Now you can see below it is giving an error here. When I'm trying to open the database procedure proxy, it is giving me an error. Syntax check for so and so contains error. See problem view for detail. So if I expand this here, it is showing the error here. Okay, what is the tooltip I got here? Proxy z get underscore employee underscore deploy underscore proxy does not match the current database procedure because I have changed the signature at what level? Procedure level. Okay, so if I expand these errors, it will show the same error. What is that? Proxy so and so does not match the current database procedure. So what I have to do now? I need to do the synchronization. Okay, so what I'll do is, it is showing me the error here. There is a button what is synchronize. Synchronize. What this synchronize will do? Whatever the latest version of the stored procedure is there, that will be replicated to our database procedure proxy. Okay, so let me try to synchronize. I'll try to synchronize. Yeah, it is giving me some options. What is that? The most recent definition of the database procedure will be retrieved from the HANA repository. What would you like to do? Merge or replace? What is that merge? Manual changes are reapplied to the retrieve content. Manual changes are discarded. Now I don't want to discard, I want to reapply that. So I'll go for this. I'll say okay. Done. Good, everything got what? Synchronized. So you can see now it has, as part of my proxy also, it has again one import parameter v underscore department number type I. Done. If you go to your interface also, interface, then you know the output parameter is not disturbed. Fine, but you can see here it has got one input parameter, so I need to activate them again. Better we activate. Yes, it is activated. Let me activate my database procedure proxy also. Then it is activated. Done. So now what I have to do? I need to consume it from my ABAP report. Already we have done the example yesterday. Okay, so now what is that example? Z adbc underscore consume underscore procedure, I think. Consume underscore procedure. Let me open that. Yeah. Not this one. No, this is today's example. What is the yesterday's example? Anyone? What is that example which we have done yesterday? Not ADVC, I think. Z consume star, I'll say. This one, I think. Z consume underscore EMP proxy. Done. So you can see here, I'm just using the yesterday's syntax. Okay. So this will give me error now because the signature of the proxy also changed now. So when I execute now, I'm doing the syntax check. It should give me error. First, I'm trying to save. It is taking some time. So again, in the real time, no one will tell us whether to go for database procedure proxy or whether to go for ADBC. Okay, so we have to take the call. There is no advantage, disadvantage, but generally, ADBC advantage is I can consume any kind of queries. Okay, I can consume select queries. I can consume DML statement. I can consume DDL statement. I can consume what? Procedure. But database procedure proxy is only for what? Procedures. So that is the way you have to differentiate. What happened? 1 second. Okay, now let me come back here and check. Yeah, it is saved now. Let me do the syntax check. Yeah, good. Good. What is the error I got? The function z get underscore so and so has two parameters. Not all parameters are bound when the function is called. Good. Okay. So now what I'll do, I'll just take one input from the user, parameters p underscore depart number type I. Then here I'll say import becomes what? Export. What is the parameter name? V underscore department number. V underscore department number is equal to what? P underscore department number. Now I should not get any errors. Done. Let me execute this. Okay. I'll give 10. Yeah, I think, yeah, related to 10, we have got 3 employees. Okay, I'll give 20. I got 2 employees. I'll give 30. I got 2 employees. I'll give 60. Nothing I got. Okay, so nothing I got. I need to go for exception handling. Okay, I need to go for exception handling. So just like in our ABAP object oriented, we have exception handling concept. Here also, in the procedures, we need to do the exception handling. So what I'll do is going forward, we'll discuss how to handle the exceptions in what HANA database. Okay, is it clear to everyone? So this is adjustment I need to do. Any questions?
So that yesterday we have seen one of the the class CL execute query, or I didn't remember. So
Mhm.
it is like executing the table, executing the procedure, or something like that. So we have many other options, right? So in one of the class,
SQL
it's CL.
statement.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
So here
Hmm.
there is one. The execute. Is there any use of that, like in this
Which,
concept?
which one? Which one?
Execute procedure.
Yeah.
Execute procedure.
Execute procedure also I can use. What I did here
Because yeah.
in our ADBC, if you see the earlier example, Z ADBC underscore consume underscore what? Procedure. So our agenda was to consume the procedure using ADBC. So for that, I need to use a method called as what? Execute underscore procedure only, but I have not used. I went for what? Execute underscore query only. Okay. Why? Because I cannot use execute underscore procedure if your procedure is having any written parameter of type internal table. Okay. So tomorrow what I'll do is I'll take one procedure which doesn't return internal table. Okay. In that cases only I can go for what? Execute underscore procedure. If it is returning internal table types, then the only way is you have to go for this technique. First, you have to say call with overview, and then you have to go for that. So, in the tomorrow's and the next 1 or 2 days, we will cover that example, Praveen. Execute underscore procedure. This is strictly dedicated only for what? Executing what? Stored procedure, but it cannot address the procedures which returns what? Internal tables as parameters.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, others, any doubts? See, we are discussing everything practically. Okay, so I request all of you, please don't share the materials and videos outside your network, please. Okay, you paid the amount. Okay, you take the advantage. Okay, so there are many intelligent people. What they have done is they have attended 1 or 2 initial sessions. They have collected your email IDs and then sending the emails to you people saying that let us exchange the materials. Okay, so please don't do that on trust basis. Even our management is not agreeing for that recordings preview also, but on my own side I have requested them, and we are what sharing their videos till the end of the course. Okay, and even the material also, it's not so simple to prepare the material. Okay, so that material whatever I'm sending daily, you can refer it after 1 year also. You can just refresh. Okay, so please don't share it outside the network. Okay, chalo then. So tomorrow we'll continue with what other concepts related to this procedures and exception handlings. Devashish, any doubts?
Uh, yes, sir. Actually, I got the same mail from the outside in the
Yeah,
email.
I know who is that guy. Ramesh Raju, right?
Yes, yes, something. Yes, sir. I got the mail, but still I am not replied that
Say,
guy.
say that you have not joined in Gensoft. Okay. Okay.
Okay, okay,
Right.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, sir.
Sure. Okay. So I'll wind off. We'll continue tomorrow.